Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It is Binky and this is kind of a special edition. So I usually do 2 videos a week, Tuesday and Thursday, but sometimes I like to add another one, and I think I'm going to try to add one more. May not be able to do it every week. Busy schedule, but this totally intrigued me. And it is basically a smaller company and they only have 4 fragrances. Now the company is called Clue. Yes, I love indie and niche brands. I love them. I mean, of course I love the mainstream things, but there's something great about somebody living their dream and creating something from said dream and living their best life. I love that, because this is not easy to do at all. It's not. You gotta learn how to create perfumes and then do marketing and create the perfume and manufacture things, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So I totally respect when people go out there and do it. So I like to show it here. And I'm just curious because I love perfumes and I was curious about this. So again, the name of the company is Clue and they are based out of Chicago. Love Chicago. Love Chicago. I do. I'm a fan. Very cold, but I can get over that because it's awesome, and for a major city, pretty darn clean. So there you go. That's a rare thing. So they basically have 4 perfumes from my understanding, and they basically opened or created a website online in 2022. It's a group of friends, I guess childhood friends, who basically run the whole operation together. And so they started, I think, with 1 fragrance in 2022 and have slowly added some over time. And they do have a discovery set, which is right here. Now, they do not deliver internationally at this time, but if you are interested in these fragrances, Lucky Scent online has these. So you can go ahead and order them from Lucky Scent and have them delivered to your individual countries if they ship to that area. I don't know if they ship everywhere at Lucky Scent. I imagine they do to most places, but don't quote me on that. But you can definitely check online. Okay, so very interesting. So basically they give you like a newspaper, which is wild. This is taking me back to my young childhood. You can still see some of these around the city. Some of the older people will pull these out, and I don't know where they're getting them, but they're still reading newspapers. I'm like, what? These still exist, though it doesn't quite smell like one, no, but it's similar. So this, yeah, is kind of cool. It basically explains, it's like an art piece kind of, which Chicago's really known for art. And it basically explains the different perfumes on here. Yeah, it's just kind of cool. And then through the keyhole on the back, because the bottles basically look like this, which is kind of reminiscent of a keyhole. Kind of cool, right? So I kind of like the aesthetic. A lot of thought went into this and the branding, which I think is really cool. And then they have this on the back. There we go. And I haven't opened this yet. So let's see what this is. Nice. So they give you this. I don't know if this is for everyone. I mean, I doubt it's just for me. They probably do. A lot of places do this, especially smaller companies, where you can get a discount on a full bottle if you choose to buy one after you buy the sampler set. There's a few of them I know of, and I think it's a great idea. So basically, this is what it looks like, and you have the 4 scents put in here from here. Really cool, right? I think so. And I like the different colors. I like, it's just really nice. And they have things on the back, probably what each individual one is. Now, I am really excited about these, but there's one in particular I was really interested in. Okay, so I really like the colors of these. These are really kind of cool. One of these is really kind of interesting to me. There's Warm Bulb Morel Map with the candlestick and the point. And this one kind of interests me the most. So let us look at the notes. So this is what the bottle will look like if you choose to buy one. It does run $140, and it basically says a lamp's light bakes yellow pages underneath. So this was an Art and Olfaction Award nominee artisan category 2024, which is actually really cool considering they only have 4 perfumes and they're relatively new, so nice. So the top notes are burning dust, hot air, and black pepper. Yes, middle is Immortelle. I think I'm saying that right. Immortelle. Yes. Don't know that one that well. Paper, spark tobacco, base sandalwood, amber, preserved vanilla. Now that just sounds gorgeous. I do love me some sandalwood with amber and vanilla. That's just like an old, like, I love that stuff. So this one is warm, cozy, blanketing, dry. The smell of heat without the heat. So this is excitement to me. I've been dying to try these, but I'm like, I still have so many zoologists. So I'm just going to make this a special edition type thing. So, because I can't wait any longer. I will wait. I shall not wait any longer. So, this is the bottle. A nice amount too. Can't smell anything, but I am so excited. I've been thinking about this for a couple weeks when I got them, and I went, let's just do this special edition thing. Let's just do this. I know, and I'm flashing everyone. So here we go. We'll do, you know what I'm going to start doing is 2 on each. I just think it gives scents a little bit more chance. Ooh, there. Took a little bit more than I expected. And then, oops, that went on my shoulder. There. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm starting to get the vanilla. Ooh, that's lovely. So when you first spray it, it does get this strange smell of like dust. Yeah. It kind of smells like dust and filament. It still smells like dust and filament. That is so strange. So this is the type of bulb that isn't like so much the newer ones that are LED and things like this. This is like the ones that you can still buy at the 99-cent store that are the old school ones. It smells like that. It does indeed smell like a light bulb that, let's say it's been sitting there for a while and you turn it on and there's dust on top. That's what it smells like when it starts to heat up and the dust starts to burn a little bit and the filament is going. That's what it smells like. It has this strange headiness to it. And usually when I say heady on here, I mean it tends to be a little bit bodier. This isn't. This is so light. This is one of the strangest perfumes I've ever tried, and not in a bad way. That is so strange. It smells really dry and warm. Wow. This is blowing my mind a little bit in a good way. Oh my gosh, it does. It goes between smelling like buttered popcorn to me to smelling like filament. Like a light bulb. How? How? Okay, let's try it here. Okay, here it smells a little bit different. It doesn't have the filament burn quite as much on this. No, but I really don't know the note. Like, I get a little bit of vanilla. I can see vanilla trying to peek out, but it doesn't quite know how. I'm definitely getting that. This is wild. burning dust, hot air. Like, I'm totally getting that. I'm not really getting the black pepper. I think it's so minute that it just adds to the warmth. I really don't know what Immortelle is. I'm going to have to look that up. I can get the paper. I don't get the tobacco. God, that's wild. Sandalwood, amber, preserved, vanilla. I'm really getting the top notes from this one. This is so strange. I'm just going to keep saying that. This is probably one of the strangest perfumes I have ever smelled. I can see why this was up for an award, because the creativity of this is mind-blowing. Now, as far as the sillage, it's not very strong. This is more of your personal space bubble, and it's extremely light. It's extremely intimate. Again, it's like walking up on a light bulb at your grandparents' house, and they don't use this room that often, and you flick the light on and you smell the dust on the bulb. That's what this smells like. Like it's in an old room, an old reading room in your grandparents' house. Gosh, I'm getting that paper smell. And you're flipping through an old book or something, it has that paper smell, and the lamp is right next to you, and the dust is burning. Nobody's been in this room or dusted it for a while. That's what this smells like. But it's a little bit reminiscent at times of buttered popcorn. Just a little bit. Which I don't know where I'm getting that from. But this is strange. This is so absolutely creative, and something that I don't think we've seen really. Well, I'm not going to say anywhere, because there's a lot of indie brands that do some wild stuff. But this is strange. But this is very light. This is not a scent that people all around you are going to be going, wow, what is that? It's more of a personal space bubble like this. But it's nice. I just don't know where you would wear this. Where would you wear it? I mean, you could wear it all the time. If I were going to buy this, what I would do with this is I would, if I was going to wear it out, I may, what do we say here? Put some vanilla on it. Because that's what should be at the top of my like banner. Put some vanilla on it, because I put vanilla on everything. I think for me, this would make it more wearable. Right now, this is an art piece, but if I wanted to bring it beyond an art piece, I could put vanilla on it and really take it to the next level for being an everyday wearable scent. Though I think this is definitely wearable. It's just that would take it to a different occasion. I could wear this. I think some people will be confused. I am not. I am not, but wow. Wow. I know. I want to see what this scent profile is, what this one is. And excuse me for my ignorance. I don't know every single note. I know quite a few. I don't know as many as some other people perhaps, but I'm pretty confident with most of my knowledge. But Immortelle, I have no idea what that is. So let us look at that, because I really wonder if that's adding to it. It's a gray leaf, basically gives off lovely, almost straw-like sweet scent with hints of honey, tea, rose, and chamomile. That's what it is. Ah, okay. Yep, warm hay-like sweet caramel tobacco. That's it. That's what that scent is. That is what it is, and it is glorious. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I learned something today. Thank you. Thank you, Clue. So that's what that is. It's a sweetness to it. There's a slight sweetness and sweet hay-like honey scent to it. That's exactly what it is. It's the note I didn't know. So I'm like, what is that? But there's still that dustiness. There's still that electricity to it. That is so strange. My mind is... So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this for an hour and see where it goes. I may do the 1 or 3 hour mark. I'm not quite sure, because with this, there's not that many notes where, like zoologist, it transforms within the time. I think this pretty much stays as what it is. So because this is kind of new to me, it hasn't changed at all, to be honest with you. And that's not bad. Okay, so I decided to check back in after an hour because this is so amazing that I just wanted to come back on here to tell you how amazing this is. My mind is kind of blown with this one. It's still, because first off, I mean, I learned a new fragrance note, which I love. This is one of the reasons why I do this, is because I love perfume. But I think once you start trying a bunch of different things, because I tend to stay in a few kind of scent profiles. I love gourmands. I love vanilla. You know, once you start branching out of that, of the ambers and things, you're like, wow, there's a whole new world out there. And this is just amazing. The Immortelle, I think is how you say it. I did some research on that. It's like a maple, hay, tobacco, vanilla, like honey smell. This is amazing. Where has this been all my life? Because it is fantastic. And now I'm going to go down a rabbit hole of loving this, because this is exactly the things I like. I love tobacco-y, vanilla scents with maple and honey. Like, it's just so, and with the hay aspect, it's just, that's what this mostly smells like, with a little bit of popcorn. I do. I'm getting a little bit of the buttered popcorn, which I'm not upset about. With Jelly Bellies, I'm always pulling those out because I freaking love buttered popcorn. It's just so good. So I'm a fan. I love popcorn. So I love that. But on my skin, that is so strange. I'm still getting that electrical charge. On my clothing, I get that vanilla. But for some reason, maybe that's why to put vanilla on everything is with since I've opened this channel and been trying so many different scent profiles, my body really loves the bitter notes or the more animal notes. And this is picking up the dust and electricity. The vanilla, not so much. So I think that's why I add vanilla on everything, is to overcompensate for the fact that those notes aren't showing up on my skin. But it does show up on here. You get that, oh, that Immortelle, oh, with vanilla and buttery like popcorn. So this is just amazing. So I get wafts of this, and then I get wafts of this, and it's just pure paradise. Now it is still exceptionally light. Very light scent. But I really don't care. I really don't, because it's so freaking good. Oh my gosh, this is good. This is like so, I'm going to come back in probably about 3 to 4 hours, and I'm going to say the same exact thing to you. This is amazing. This is so unique. This is, I've never smelled anything like this. And the thing is, you would think it's not wearable, but in a strange way, it's extremely wearable. Your friends may go, hey, do you smell that? Is something burning? It doesn't smell like burning. It just smells like dust on a light bulb and filament. So weird. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what kind of sorcery this is. I don't need to know. Well, I kind of would love to know, but it's not, but no. But this is pure excitement and happiness. So we're going to come back in a few hours to see how it's wearing, because it's a light scent. So I'm curious to see where it goes, but amazing. Okay, so it's been about 5 hours and we are checking back in. It is not as strong as it once was. So again, it never really went beyond the personal space bubble. So, and that's okay. Not all scents need to like blow everyone out of the water and you're like, yeah, I'm here. You don't need that. Maybe you do. And I don't judge it because I tend to lean that way. But, you know, not everybody is into that. So, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I want a little personal space bubble. You know, you don't want to offend anyone. At least not all the time. But so this one is very much that type of scent. So at this point, it's really kind of calmed down a bit. And you can still smell it. When I move around, I can still smell it in my space. I think if you used a good 5-6 squirts, just go for it. It would probably last and project better. That being said, I can still smell it. It's still here. It's just very light. And it's still fantastic. It is So strange in a good way. Very light, which you expect. On the clothing, it does last longer. That's most scents. So, but here it's almost like a brown sugared electrical wire, or not wire, but a dust and electricity. That's what I'm getting from this at this point. Brown sugared electrical dust. So wild. Never thought I'd be saying that on this channel, but I mean, I say a lot of things on this channel, so maybe I'm not so surprised. But let's check it here. My new best friend, my new favorite scent profile. It's the Immortelle. Oh, yeah, that's what it mostly smells like. I love this. This is going to take me down a rabbit hole of love right here because I love this. Yeah. I can mostly smell that with slight buttered popcorn. Yeah, it's just it's wild. You know, the burning dust you get, and that's the thing that I wanted to point out, was it's also very humid. There's almost like a warmth off of it and humidity, and how do you capture that in a scent? But they did. Very strange. But yeah, you do get the burning dust, you get the hot air. The black pepper I didn't get too much of. I don't really get it. Maybe it is they're simmering in the background. Actually, I wouldn't think of it like it's not one that comes out unless I'm looking for it. Maybe other people, it pulls more on their skin. But looking for it, yeah, I can smell it. But I wouldn't necessarily, because everything else is so confusing, including the electrical charge and dust with the vanilla amber. Because of that, it kind of, to me, I don't really process it as much, but if you look for it, you could definitely smell it, at least more on my skin than I can on the shirt. Yeah, most definitely not as much on the shirt, but yeah, I see it. This is just probably one of the most interesting scents. It's up there. Like, I've been trying Zoologist. I have a whole series going on, which that in itself is very unique, a lot of it. But I think this is very different because those are capturing animals in their environments, while this is capturing a very specific moment or object. And, you know, it isn't like an animal that, you know, this has its own environment, but it's lifeless in the way that we think of life. You know, it's a light bulb. It has its own little filament and life with the energy that it emits, but it's different. So to have that, I don't know, it just really reminds me of going into an old library or into my, you know, like a grandparent's house, and there's an old room and it's just dusty and there's old books and you're flipping through those old books and it's wafting of dust, and you turn on that lamp next to the table or on the table, and it just, the dust on top of the bulb just gets warm, and it's old bulb and that filament's there with that dust. It just brings you to that specific moment, and it's like I could see the amber light from the bulb, and it's rainy outside or dusk, and it's darker, just moody outside, and you're sitting there flipping through the book. Something I would do as a kid, because there's nothing, you can't go outside, it's too rainy, there's nothing to do, so you're flipping through. And I was a big reader anyway, so I would have been happy with it, but you know, I know a lot of kids thinking what, but that's what I get from this. It really takes me to a moment in time. And if the rest of the perfumes are like this, this is amazing. I think this one was released in 2024. So the rest of them came before it, if I'm going off memory. So this is one of the newer ones. And if they keep going in this direction, I really think, I mean, I think they already are starting to put a buzz in the community, especially if you're into indie or niche brands. But I really think they can make a name for themselves. And I think this is so great. Like, kudos. Kudos, and keep doing what you love in life. And I'm glad to see people doing what they love and succeeding at it. And so, yeah. So that's my review. I do have to grade it, because I love to do my scale of 1 to 10. But you do get this, hopefully. I don't know if this is just a limited time or not. But again, if you get the Discovery scent, you know, envelope like I did, you get $35 off. So basically you paid for this but it goes straight to you buying another scent, so you get a discount. And I think that this one, being so unique, is one that I want in my collection, because I'm never going to find, I don't think, anything quite like this again, and I kind of want this. So yeah, I think it would knock it down at this time to $105 instead of $140. So totally worth it for this experience every once in a while. I love it. A lot of people are going to say it's not wearable. They don't know how. I could wear this, and I would love to wear this, but it's very light, so I think this is more of like a summer scent or early fall, because I don't know if it has the strength to get through winter, you know, and in spring this would be a little bit like, what? You know, but you wear what you want when you want. So on a scale of 1 to 10, though it doesn't have the sillage and longevity, I mean, the longevity's still there, though it doesn't have the power and sillage that I normally love in perfumes, it doesn't make a perfect 10. But I haven't had a perfect 10 yet. But this is a 9, just because of the experience. I may even give it a 9.5, because the experience and the realistic scent profile is so amazing that, bravo. So yes, that is my review for today. So watch for other special videos in the next couple weeks for the rest of these scents. And with that, have a wonderful day, my friends. Bye.